So today I've got Richard Gibbons, our Southwest MLS director. Thanks for joining us today, Richard.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Pete.
So starting Monday, August 1st, there's going to be several new rule changes that are coming into effect, and I wanted to have you on to discuss some of these and how they're going to affect the realtors going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of rules coming in because we're really trying to raise the floor, right? We want to always have really good quality data in there.
Awesome. So one of the big ones that obviously affects us is the required number of photos and how you're going to deal with that. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So what the rule is, just to kind of start off with the basics, is for all residential listings, and it's only resale listings, so new construction does not count, you have to have at least one photo of the living room, the kitchen, each bathroom, the exterior front, and the backyard. There are two exceptions, and one is if the property is tenant occupied, and also if it's substandard. And we left that a little broad on purpose, like if it's unsafe, if it's moldy, if it's, there's just not a good way to get in and get photos, and there's an exception there as well.
So pretty much if you wouldn't hire a professional photographer to go in it, you don't need to have the photos.
Right, exactly. Or a professional photographer would get sick, or, we don't want to put you guys in danger, right?
I definitely appreciate that. And so you guys are going to check this now, too. So it's not just a minimum number of photos or minimum photos that you need. It's also that you're not going in there individually and checking each listing. You're doing this by an automatic method, aren't you?
Correct, yes. Yeah, there's an artificial intelligence, a computer vision system called RESP.ai. And what that's going to do is it's going to scan every single photo that goes into the MLS, and it's going to tell us, is this a photo of a bathroom? Is this a photo of a kitchen? Is this a photo of a backyard? And then that, along with Data Checker, is going to make sure you have those minimum requirements. And the reason we're doing that proactively, the problem that we started trying to solve is, you have a listing for sale, and then when it goes sold, you delete all the photos off of it. Well, that makes that listing completely useless for appraisals, for CMAs, for BPOs, things like that. So we're proactively checking every listing, even when it goes into sold, to make sure you're always having those minimum files.
Oh, that'll be really helpful for, like you said, the appraisers and the CMAs, because I know my clients are always complaining. It's like, I can't even do a CMA on this. All the ones are next to it, there's nothing there. I have no idea what,
exactly
the fit or finish or quality of what the listing looked like. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you get those two houses next to each other in the same neighborhood, same square footage, but one sold for $50,000 more but doesn't have any photos. You don't know why. Mm-hmm. So that's the point of this new rule.
Is there any sort of fine or anything like that if you don't? If, say you go through and the system says, oh, look, there's no listings, there's no photos on this. Is there any repercussions to that?
Yeah, for the time being, it's going to follow our standard fine process, which is usually you have 48 hours to fix it. If you don't fix it, then there's a $50 fine. If you don't fix it again, it increases to $100 and then again to $200. So it does increase over time. And then if you do it again, like now you're on a second listing, it actually starts at $100, then goes to $200, then to $400. So yeah, it's using that existing fine structure that's in place.
All right. And so this AI is checking all the time then, or anytime I guess the listing changes or something like that, to make sure that it has those photos?
Exactly. Every single time the listing is touched, essentially. Every time that timestamp changes, so when it goes into pending, when it goes into sold, so on and so forth, it's going to be proactively checking every single time.
That's awesome. So it's really going to fix a big issue in the industry, because a lot of listings, end up not having photos.
Absolutely, yeah. And this is definitely a big issue in the industry, and we're the first in the country to use this data in this way. So it's really something that we're trying to lead the way on and be innovative. And from this point on, there's already a lot of interest in white papers and talking about it on stage and lots of stuff like that coming down. So it's going to be a good opportunity to really show everybody who we are.
That's awesome. It's always just fun to watch Albuquerque, this little city, lead the nation and stuff. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, putting New Mexico on the map.
At Servant 360, we feel realtors shouldn't have to put up with inconsistent results for their marketing providers. And that's why we provide consistent quality photos, floor plans, virtual tours, and videos that help realtors just like you sell more houses faster and for more money. Help us spread the word by liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, it's our pleasure to serve.